Welcome to this lecture on Introduction to Electric Drives. Now let's see what is meant by an electric drive. Before that, we will see what is meant by a drive. Systems employed for motion control are called drives and may employ any of the prime movers such as diesel or petrol engines, gas or steam turbines, steam engines, electric motors for supplying mechanical energy. That means there should be a prime mover for supplying mechanical energy and there should be the motion control should be present, then only it can be termed as a drive, a system employed for motion control. And the drives employing electric motors are known as electric drives. So let's see the definition of electric drive. An electric drive is defined as a form of machine equipment designed to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy and provide electrical control of this process. That means there will be an electric motor which will be the prime mover and it will be driving a load, and there will be some mechanism that will control the movement of the motor. That is known as electric drive. Now we will discuss the different parts of an electric drive system. Now let's consider the block diagram of an electric drive. Here the main component is the motor, and this is the load that is to be driven by the motor, and the movement or motion of the motor load system is controlled by this control mechanism. So let's see. First component is the source, power source, which delivers power to the motor. But the in between the source and the motor we have a power modulator which modulates the power available from the source and it is given to the motor. And there is a sensing unit which senses the speed of the motor load system, speed or position is to be sensed, and that sensed data is given to the control unit. And control unit will be having two inputs. One is the input command or reference input, and this is the actual value that is the sensed value, and these values will be processed by the control unit, and the corresponding control signals will be given to the power modulator. So that the power modulator will modulate the power supply, power available from the source, and which will be given to the motor. This is the control mechanism. Now we will discuss these parts in detail. Now we will discuss the different parts of electric drives in detail. The main part is the electric motor, that is a prime mover of an electric drive. The most commonly used electric motors for speed control applications are DC motors, that is shunt, series, compound and separately excited DC motors. AC motors such as induction and synchronous motors, and also special machines such as brushless DC motors, that is BLDC motors, stepper motors, switched reluctance motors, etc. Next part of electric drive is power modulator. The functions of power modulator are: it modulates flow of power from the source to the motor in such a way that motor is imparted speed torque characteristics required by the load. That means the load will be demanding a particular speed torque characteristics. So the function of the power modulator is to modulate the flow of power from source to motor in such a way that the motor performs or provides the speed torque characteristics required by the load. Next is during transient operation such as starting, braking and speed reversal, it restricts source and motor currents within permissible limits. That means transient operation means the change in speed. Whenever there is a change in speed, it is known as transient operation. So during transient operation, there is a chance for the motor current and source current to exceed the limits. So the power modulator will limit the currents during transient operations. Next, it converts electrical energy of the source to the form suitable for the motor. That means whatever be the available electrical energy, that is it may be AC or DC, or it may be of different frequencies, may be of different voltage levels, whatever it may be, the power modulator will be able to convert that electric energy to the form that is suitable for the motor. Even if the available energy, electrical energy is AC power is available, the power modulator can convert it into DC, which is suitable for the DC motor. Next, selects the mode of operation of the motor, that is motoring or braking. Next, we will discuss the different types of power modulators that we use in electric drives. First is controlled rectifiers, that is AC to DC converters. This is suitable when the available power supply is AC and we need a DC supply. Next, inverters, that is DC to AC converters. Then AC voltage controllers, that is when we need to control the AC voltage, we can use AC voltage controllers. Okay, that is AC to AC converters. Then DC choppers, these are DC to DC converters. Then dual converters, AC to DC. Next, cyclo converters, that is here it is the conversion is for frequency. Whenever we need a frequency conversion, we can use cyclo converters. Another component of electric drive is electrical sources. Electrical sources is the source of electric power to the electric drive. In India, single phase and three phase 50 Hz AC supply is easily available in most of the places. So we use either single phase or three phase AC supply, 50 Hz AC supply as power source, and that electrical power will be converted to the desired form with the help of power modulator. Very low power drives are generally fed from single phase sources, and the rest of the drives are powered from three phase sources. Low and medium power motors are fed from 400 volt supply. For higher ratings, motors may be rated at 3.3 kV, 6.6 kV, 11 kV or higher. For electric traction in India, we use 25 kV 50 Hz AC supply. Next part is sensing unit. Sensing unit is necessary if we need a closed loop operation or for the purpose of protection. So sensing unit will sense some of the drive parameters such as speed, position of the shaft, current and voltage from lines or from motor terminals, or the temperature of the motor. So these are the most popular, most commonly sensed drive parameters, and these parameters will be compared with the input command for providing control signals. Next is the control unit. This is the most important part in electric drive. It provides the control signals for the power modulator. The control unit provides control signals for the power modulator, and also the control unit may consist of digital ICs, microprocessors or PLCs. Depending on the type of power modulator used, the components of control unit may differ. Thank you.